Chastity Cage, Blind Seal, Pegging, Angus Young.
Yes, we go!
Hey, dummies.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Sick mask, bro.
Sick mask.
We'll address why we're all wearing, our cloths on our face here in just a second.
Yeah.
Welcome to Isby Dom, Joe Paisley.
Dan Cummins.
And this is episode 12.
12 dozen.
Which, I know, 1 dozen. Well, Baker's dozen. What's that, 13?
13.
The extra one in case they fucked it up or something?
I think so. I don't know.
Oh, any bakers out there? No, why you put the extra one in there? Just because you're nice? Because you feel kind in that moment? New episodes of Isby Dom every Wednesday at noon Pacific time. The goal is to come out on the other side of this episode being less dumb than we were heading in. And I think we're doing a pretty good job of that.
I hope so.
Find us online, Facebook, Instagram, at IsbyDom. If you want to send in the segment content, keep doing that because the more you guys do it, the more I get to feature the articles and whatever it may be, the one-star heroes that you guys send in. That's a lot of fun. It's a collab.
And I will do one of the the fan-submitted one-star compilations here soon.
Yeah, for sure. Everything else, if it's not segment related, you just have a question about us. Maybe it's a favorite color. I don't know.
Who
What's
knows?
your favorite food? I don't know. Pizza.
Spaghetti.
Yeah. Info at isbydom.com. That's where you send that. And you got the badmagicmerch.com for all the Isby Dom merch. And we're actually both, we didn't even coordinate this, but we're wearing Isby Dom shirts.
Yep.
And they're different vibes.
Yeah, they're different shirts. They're different types of fun.
But we add more merch soon. And of course, we have the dummy beanies that are in there that people are picking up, and that's really fun. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, I don't know what it is, like you're mocking yourself a little bit. Just dummy, which I love. We have a new segment today as well, which is going to replace the Dumb Dumb Idiots and Apocalypse Pending, and I'm excited about this. It's going to be called Who the What Fuck.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, and we'll explain more in detail before we get into that spot of the show.
Yeah.
So why are you wearing a mask?
So the mask situation, some of you know, but I tested positive for COVID.
Yay!
Yay! Do I get to- I wish it was the clown honk.
Yeah.
No, but I was not. I thought I had a cold or something. Just kind of coming down with it last week. Just because I do usually when the seasons kind of change, I get like pretty common for me to get like a head cold or some little bug.
Right.
And then and then it was last Wednesday morning when I woke up. I was like, okay.
Right.
This feels a little different. Uh-huh. So I went and got tested, and the results came back positive. And so just so you know, listening, like, why am I here? Well, Joe already had COVID, and so based on all the literature, very unlikely to get it again.
Right.
And but even that being said, I got bleach wipes. I entered the building in a different door that I've literally never seen anyone else use.
Yeah.
Used a bleach wipe to do it, have the mask on, came straight in here to the studio and sat in the chair where no one else sits. And then Zach is directing, but he came in after we were already in here.
Yep.
He will leave before I leave. I'll go straight back home, and then that's kind of it. So just like I will pop into the Bad Magic Studios just to my little recording spot for some recordings this week, leave immediately.
Yep.
And touch no one, touch nothing that anybody else touches.
Yep.
And I feel pretty good about that.
For sure. I mean, there's a lot more reckless behavior happening out there, and people still don't get it. So we're taking extra precautions.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was like when I had COVID, and then you were like, "Hey, can I lick your mouth?" And then you did.
I might have gotten it from that.
I think that was it. Like I was just doing my work, and you would tap me on the shoulder, you're like, "Hey, man, what's this all about?"
That's probably it.
I was like, fine,
that's probably it.
Fine, do it, bro.
But and for people who are curious, Lindsay tested negative. I've been kind of staying away from everybody at the house. Lindsay, she just wants to get it over with, which I get. She's just like,
she's
let
gonna
me
come
just
lick
get
your
it.
mouth.
She's gonna come lick my mouth. She's like, let me just get it, so I don't have to deal with this again.
Yeah.
All the quarantine stuff, a few months from now.
Yeah.
And then, as far as symptoms and stuff, no chest stuff with me, just body aches and fatigue.
Yeah.
And kind of some weird eye stuff, like adjusting to light. I notice is very different with my eyes this last week.
Maybe that's what's going on because I thought I've been going blind, like rapidly fast.
Really?
I had no idea that was part of it.
Could have been a COVID. Yeah, I read some stuff. It can definitely mess with your eyeballs a little bit.
Okay.
And then other than that, maybe like some fever and stuff. But no coughing, no respiratory stuff at all.
Good.
So, thank God.
Yeah, hits everybody a little bit different.
So different. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird that way.
Yeah. And then, and just to add, of course, too, we mentioned just our recording setup right now with Zach leaving. No one else, though, is ever coming in here. If we're recording, and it's just us two that can do it.
Exactly.
It's just us two in the entire building until we get this shit show over with.
Yeah, exactly. Like Logan, Kate are just staying out of the building until this is all better. Yeah, nobody else. Lindsay's staying out of here. Like everybody's staying out of here. Yeah, we're lots of bleach wipes, lots of mess. Yeah, we're we're not just acting like it's not a big deal.
Exactly, for sure. Well, I'm glad to see you in here.
Thank you.
I'm sorry your body hurts a little bit.
Pretty achy.
And hopefully it's all over soon.
Oh man, I hope so.
And then we can be superhero duo.
I know. I will say I am excited that like if I once I can just get past it, that it's like because it's for me I was just like this dread thing of like fuck. You hear it affecting people so differently. And, a lot of people are asymptomatic, but then every once in a while somebody does. Who's not in a vulnerable kind of population does go to the ER. Sometimes they do die. Yeah, you went to the ER, like the the ICU beds and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and so just this unknown kind of thing hanging out there. And I just feel fucking super lucky. Where I'm like, oh, okay, I got it, and it sucks.
Yeah,
but it's not that bad.
Right. It just didn't take you down.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet.
I don't want to jinx it. This is wood, right?
I think it's wood. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're here.
I'm here.
Thanks for the update.
And I'm excited for the show.
I'll get through this, and hopefully everyone out there is doing well, staying safe and healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a very positive update.
Oh yes, I'm excited to hear about.
Before we get into the rest of the show here, but a while back we told everyone to go review a podcast called All Things Fishing.
Right.
Which at the time was hosted by Dan Cummins.
Yeah.
Now it's listed as Eli Cummins.
I don't know why he switched to Eli.
And I wanted to point out, I promise.
Yeah.
Because you made a joke at the end of the show to tell Zach to make a note.
To have the attorneys take him down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
No. No, we didn't.
It's just a total coincidence that he did change it.
Right.
But he went from 2 total reviews to nearly 350 5-star reviews.
That is incredible.
Yes, it's amazing. And Zach, I have it on the screen here. If you want to continue this fun trend, this is what the picture looks like.
That's awesome.
So you can see
All Things
it's just
Fishing.
it's this little kid too. It's just a little kid does these short little hits about different stuff. He obviously loves fishing and does a great job. And got a bunch of dummies heading over there. And for the most part, because we do
That's
ask,
so cool.
you're not saying anything stupid. Like, don't show up and say some dickhead thing and give it 5 stars.
Right.
He won't get the 3 out of 5 stars reference and give it 5 stars.
Yeah.
And most, I haven't seen a single one of someone who didn't understand that.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're making this kid's.
Oh, I'd be pumped if I was him.
I know, it'd be so cool. Okay, well, that was my update. You ready
that was a good one.
You ready to get things going here?
I'm ready to rock.
Okay, very super most important starting question.
The very super most important starting question.
Yay! This one's a little bit different, but it tickled me when I read it because I didn't know necessarily which way we would go with it.
Okay.
And I honestly don't know which one I would choose yet. So we have to. It's a discussion. Usually I have an idea.
Yeah.
Because I'm setting these up. I know what it is. So would you rather be chronically underdressed or overdressed everywhere you go?
Oh, I like this. This is a little a little lighter.
Yeah, a little lighter. But and I mean, the first part of me is like dress for success.
Okay.
But then the other part of me is like everywhere. Like I'm going to McDonald's with the kids and I'm just dressed
you're in
to
fucking tux.
Dressed to the fucking nines with my Big Mac sauce.
Man.
Everywhere.
Everywhere you go, you're chronically underdressed. You know what?
Everyone would hate you.
True, everyone would hate you. You're never going to blend in very well.
Nope.
And I wonder if everywhere you go, you're chronically underdressed. So it's like, what are you wearing to Waffle House? Like places like that. Like if the standard is like like flip flops and fucking tank tops with holes in it, and some like old jorts or something.
Yeah.
What level below that are you?
No other articles of clothing and shorter jorts. I think that's that's how you'd show up.
Right.
You'd have one sandal, thigh high jorts, and then nothing else.
I'm leaning towards underdressed because of comfort.
It's way more comfortable.
If I'm gonna be an asshole, either place, and I feel like you're gonna get ridiculed in a different like I would rather be
snobby rich dick face or poor stinky homeless guy.
I would rather have the snobby rich dickheads look down on me for not dressing right for their attire, than to show up at a place where there's a rougher kind of clientele, and I'm standing out like the dude with a lot of money. That's a great way to get your fucking ass kicked.
100%. Like just on the subway or on like public transit and just spinning your cane.
Right.
Pulling out, you got your monocle, checking out your pocket watch.
At a 5-star restaurant, I would rather have like the maitre d' politely ask me to leave than just get fucking curbed in the Waffle House parking lot.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
But I guess a lot of it depends on where you start. That's what I was thinking about. So if like for me right now, being who I am,
Yeah.
I'd rather be underdressed. But
Okay.
if you're kicking ass in life,
Yeah.
and your circle of friends are probably a little more of that style.
Oh yeah, it depends on where you go.
Exactly. Where are you? Where do you want to be? And can you choose? Can you sneak into cooler places if you're overdressed all the time? But
Yeah.
I mean, when I see somebody who's overdressed and they're looking, sharp.
Right.
You definitely take notice. I don't ever hate them. I don't know if that's just on me, but I'm just like, oh, okay, like that guy must be doing something that requires him to dress that way.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just, I don't know. He's a business guy, and he's a business guy, and he's in Wendy's, or he's a business guy, and he's in the porn theater.
I do judge the person who overdresses. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, who you think you're kidding?
Okay.
Like to me, it just comes off as like showy, like braggy. It's like, take it down.
How about if they fit it? Because there are
Yeah.
ones that you see them and you're like, come on, dude. Like you can see that the clothes that they're wearing, they're just trying to dress the part. It doesn't really fit their personality.
Right.
The blazer's like 7 sizes too big,
Right.
along with the fedora hat.
I'm just picturing if you're like overdressed, like what are you wearing if you go to a place where the normal dress code is tuxedo? Like how like do you dress like a fucking king? Do you come with like a crown and like a robe, like a scepter?
Hello!
Hello, my subjects. Like,
Show me to my table.
like what are you gonna wear to your own wedding if you have to chronically overdress?
I don't know.
Like I just don't know
But at
where
least
you
you get to-
max out.
At least you get to go to a wedding. If you're the underdressed dude, they're not going to get invited.
Sorry, this mask is fucking driving me crazy.
I
By
know,
the way,
it's
too.
fun.
It won't stay high.
Hi.
Like,
Oh.
I don't know if I just haven't laughed a lot in one of these things, but it's like my jaw wants to just continually pull it down my face. It's like, no, just stay there.
I think if you really wanted to, I'd let you get away with wearing it under your nose. I'm not scared of you.
No, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it high.
Okay.
But it's weird.
We should get bigger ones. We should get ones that just cover your whole face and cut little eye holes out.
I
of it.
should have grabbed like a bandana. I will say I don't know how it would work on my face, but when people rock the bandana, kind
Yeah.
of look like the stagecoach robber. I think it's pretty fucking cool.
It is cool. It's
It's cooler than this.
way cooler than this. I'm
Yeah.
like, are you politely wearing a mask, or are you going to rob a bank?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
It's exciting.
Yep.
And how's he going to dress? Bank robbers underdressed
Fake
because
robbers
doing
underdressed.
sick moves in a tux is hard.
Right. I
Yeah,
think
I think that's the biggest thing for me is that I would never be able to ever go
Yeah.
to fancy things ever if I was if my reputation was underdressed guy. I guess
Okay.
they would stop inviting me.
right.
Like Joe's a fucking slob.
Right. He doesn't get to
He's
come to the
gonna-
nice
he's gonna
dinners.
ruin our photo shoot.
I know Lindsay would prefer me to go the overdressed route.
Okay.
Because she likes when a guy dresses up.
All the
But-
time though.
Not all the time, but more. But she would like that more than underdressed. But
Yeah.
I would like to. It would be fun for me to embarrass her by being a slob.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
I would just get some good laughs
Yeah.
out of just like being a fucking slob and all the like going to a nice restaurant and just showing up in a fucking Bart Simpson flea market t-shirt and then some hypercolor shorts and like some Crocs.
So
Sup, bros?
congrats.
Sup, bros?
Congrats, dude.
Give me that fillet mignon, bruh.
And there's also the twist that if you just make enough money,
Right.
you can underdress and you'll be overdressed. You can put like a Steve Jobs.
Right.
Or, someone else who dresses not like they're how rich they are. Like Warren
Yeah.
Buffett.
Oh yeah, Warren Buffett wears like a tie.
He does. So, but I've seen him he
Yeah.
wears fucking shirt and jeans a lot of the time. Just plopping around.
That would be the best if you were just fucking crushing it.
Right, then
Like
it doesn't
to like
matter.
a world to like and then you just get to be the eccentric dude where it's like, some black tie or whatever those
Uh-huh.
things like big charity, dinner or
Right,
whatever.
right.
And then you're wearing like a mesh crop top.
Just like a fishnet football jersey.
Oh, that'd be so great.
So you could pull that off if your reputation preceded that you were fine.
Right.
Then you could still go to fun things.
It-
So maybe that's a good goal.
So it depends on who you are. Like if you're climbing the corporate ladder and you're like, like lower management and your goal is to network your way to the top,
Yeah.
then you got to go the overdressed route.
Yeah.
Because you can't be at that stage in your career. You can't be just the asshole, showing up in like the wrong clothing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for me personally, underdressed.
I'm going underdressed too.
Okay,
Because
good.
in my brain, I just kept thinking about getting dressed in the morning. And
fuck.
I used to get so pissed.
Yeah.
Honey, can you help me with my cufflinks?
Oh yeah.
Every day.
I had to dress up for one hosting job for 2 years with a tie. I had to wear a tie. And I'm such a just fucking whiny bastard about that kind of stuff. It's just like I couldn't wait the second it was over just to get that tie off my neck. Just feel like it's choking me. I hate wearing tie. I don't like dressing up.
Okay. Underdressed.
Which makes sense. Anybody who's seen me, I wear fucking jeans.
And
this
black.
is dressed up for me. Because my kids are like, "Are you gonna wear track pants again today?" My kids are like, "When are you gonna get a medallion? Just have a complete Russian fucking gangster ensemble." But I'm like, "Yeah, it's comfortable."
Dressing up for me is just not putting on dirty shoes.
Right, right.
I'm like, oh god, my shoes are clean today. Ballin'.
Dressing up for me legitimately is wearing a flannel where I roll the sleeves up and wear a watch.
That's
and I'm like, man,
it changes a lot.
You clean up nice, Cummins.
Look at you in the mirror, just greasing your hair back.
Yep, I wear. Yeah,
Underdressed. Okay. We're on the same page with that, and that's fun.
Perfect.
All right, let's look at ourselves. Let's see how stupid we are.
Okay.
I think I got the story. Good. All right, so we've got this is something that I've been thinking about, or I've been doing wrong virtually my entire life.
Okay.
And I know that everybody else is too. But the lesson in this story is that if you just take a goddamn second to figure out something, you might not do it wrong for 3 decades.
Okay.
So my story for Is Me Dumb is the USB situation in my life. You have the little USB stick.
I've seen them.
Or the cord, whatever it is. And it feels like to me that almost 100% of the time, the first attempt is wrong.
Right.
And I go, oh, and you just flip it over, and you eventually figure out the problem, and that within itself is the problem.
I always have to look at the prong. Like I lift up the USB thing, looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, so it's there. And then I have to look at the slot on the drive, and like, oh, okay, all right, that one goes this way.
And still fuck it up.
Sometimes. Yeah.
So a couple months ago, and I'm 35 years old.
Okay.
A couple months ago, I was plugging it into my laptop computer, and I kept on doing it. I was like, why? Like, it feels so unproportionate. I have a 50-50 chance, and I'm fucking it up 100% of the time.
Right.
Like, it's just the odds were never working out in my favor.
Yeah.
So I looked it up, came out 20 seconds later, and found out how you know if it goes upside or downside.
How do you know?
There's a little line on every USB stick where the metal comes together. I wish I had one to show you, but I don't.
Okay.
If I was smart, I would have brought one in. There's a little line on it.
Oh, I know that line.
Yeah. Little line where it looks like the two metal things are coming together.
Yep.
That is always the bottom.
Oh, that's so handy.
It's always on the bottom.
Just put that on the bottom and you're good every time.
Every single time. And that took me 20 seconds to figure out. And now for the rest of my life, I never have to know. I have to look down and I know exactly which way it's going to go.
Isn't that a funny thing where we just won't take this a few seconds to do something that'll help us for years going forward?
Yeah. And for me, and I will say, I've tested it on all of this stuff so far in my life over the last couple months, and it's always been that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something out there where the manufacturer fucking flipped it on you and didn't tell you. And
Maybe not.
And so the rule, but everything I've tried it on, and the video that I learned this from, it worked on everything that he's plugging it into.
Okay.
Yep. So there's my tip. It's just take a second to figure it out and don't keep messing it up your whole life.
That reminds me of boiling eggs. Right? Because it's like a thing where it's like
where is it? Hold on. I gotta find it.
Hard boil an egg.
Segway.
I like that.
but it's something you do all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like it's so common. And then I finally looked it up a year or two ago. I was like, wait, how long are you supposed to boil an egg for? And then right there, Google's like, oh, it's 3 minutes for soft, it's 6 minutes for medium, and 10 to 12 minutes for hard. And I was like, holy shit, that answer was so easy. And then you just throw it in the boiling water, and then you time it, and then I did that, and I was like, oh yeah, that tastes exactly how it's supposed to. But
so many.
But before it was just staring at the fucking egg, being like, I don't know, it looks the same.
Just wiggling a little bit with a spoon.
Right.
Okay.
Because it's so tricky with an egg, because you can't it doesn't change colors.
No.
It's just still just a fucking eggshell in there.
But they should. Okay. Color changing eggs. I mean, add to the list of good ideas.
Okay.
I don't care how many chemicals things you have to put in it.
Put it in the shell.
Yeah.
The shell just tells you.
The shell, when it gets to a certain temperature, it's like, boom, I'm blue.
Little letters could just appear. When it gets to a certain heat, it just goes medium.
Perf.
Hard. Too much. Toss it. Throw away.
Ruined
it.
Liquid. Ruined it. You're bad at this.
You're bad at this. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks you're stupid. Your mom hates you. What?
What? Why is this?
Jesus Christ, egg.
Easy, egg. It's like a fortune cookie eggs.
Right.
You will do great things in life. You're like, thank you, egg.
Thank you, egg.
You're fucking great. I'll save you. But I'm curious out there how many people have something like this.
Right.
Like if you know a little tip of things that everyone does every single day in their life,
Yeah.
and you mess it up a whole bunch or you're doing it wrong, it's a quick search and we can all be smarter people.
Yeah.
So if you have some examples of that, send them in to dumb@iswedumb.com. We have a brand new segment.
I'm excited to hear it.
Me too. So this is we talked about it out the gate, and it's going to be replacing, at least for this show.
Yeah.
And I don't know the frequency, but we do get a lot of people sending in articles that are just dumb shit. It's not necessarily a person being dumb. It's just dumb stuff that's happening in this world, and you can definitely see like how it took place, right?
Yeah.
And that's what this segment is about. It's the what in the fuck, why in the fuck, how in the fuck type stories.
Okay.
And we call this segment Who the What Fuck? What the fuck is going on? And there we are.
And now we're there.
And now we're there. We made it all the way in. This story is really funny to me. And I know that we've talked a little bit outside the show just about how fun we think the future of online sex stuff is going to be.
Yep.
And this story got sent in, and I will never forget it. This was sent in by dummy Aura.
Okay.
And it says, internet-enabled male chastity cage can be remotely locked by hackers. So this is if you're not familiar with this, you stick your ween in the thing.
Okay.
The little ring around the back, actually, your balls go inside of that. So that this thing can stay shut and locked on your penis until somebody remotely wants to let it off. It's kind of like a cuckold thing, I believe.
What happens if you get a boner?
Well, don't get a boner. It just gets squished in there. I think that's part of the fun.
Oh, man.
Squishy little...
This sounds like a terrible fucking idea.
It's a tiny locker for your boner.
Right.
I don't like that. So a security flaw in an internet-enabled male chastity device allows hackers to remotely control the gadget and permanently lock in wares, researchers disclosed today. The Cellmate Chastity Cage, or Cellimate, built by Chinese firm Coeur, lets users hand over access to their genitals to a partner who can lock and unlock the cage remotely using an app. But multiple flaws in the app's design mean anyone can remotely lock all devices and prevent users from releasing themselves. Even worse, as the chastity cage does not come with a manual override or physical key, locked-in users have few options to break out.
Oh my God.
One is to cut through the cage's hardened steel shackle, an operation that would require bolt cutters or an angle grinder, and that is made trickier by the fact, of course, that it's locked on your penis. The other, discovered by pen test partners, is to overload the circuit board that controls the lock's motor with 3 volts of electricity, which is around 2 AA batteries worth. Can you imagine
What the fuck?
finding yourself in this situation?
Stupid. I can actually, because I would never put my dick in this thing, ever.
What? Not even like for funsies?
Nope.
Okay. What about for $5? That's okay.
That's the $5 guy.
$5.
It's like all of a sudden your dick is locked in there, and you're like, "What the fuck? This thing isn't working." And then he just pops out. He's like, $5.
$5
For what? $5 for your fucking dick out. God damn it!
You're like, God, like what? You're panicking, and your phone just has like a text message alert, and it's just fucking Jerry $5.
Just says $5.
$5.
right after you can't get your dick out, your phone and then just the text it just says $5.
$5. Get that.
God, okay, Jerry.
God damn it! Ah! Yeah, but there's a video talking about it and stuff. We're not going to watch it today, but the premise is very simple. Like these smart connected devices,
right?
And we've talked about this too in the past of like why is everything smart and voice enabled?
Yeah.
And where's that going to lead? But there's one place that is going to be very interesting, and that's like sex stuff.
Right.
Like where is that going to go? I have seen like there's already certain devices that like you could wear a pocket pussy on your peen.
Okay.
And then I can sit over here and then I can decide how fast it's going to jerk you off. Like I can control the speed.
That's so weird.
So while we're voice chatting because we're COVID.
Yeah.
Or I mean we're doing FaceTime because we're at distance. Then I can turn it up and down and just decide how fast I want to jerk you off.
I guess fine. I guess, if that's, I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't care if somebody wants to do that. Like, what is the whole, like, king shame? It's like, okay, go ahead. That tech stuff doesn't excite me for sex. Sex robots excite me.
Fuck yeah.
Because
Fuck yeah.
Jack jumps in. Yeah, like Westworld, like the Westworld kind of like that show, like that style of sex robots where it like looks like a real person.
Right.
And is artificially intelligent.
Oh, that good? Oh.
Right, because then it's a different person, but it's not a person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Never leaving the house.
oh my God.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
Want to go out tonight? Nah. Why not? because I'm never going out again. That's why. Have you seen this?
Right.
This is Dolores.
Oh, Dolores. Oh my God. She's so beautiful.
Okay.
But these masturbation devices have just never had any appeal to me. I'm like, man, my hand is it knows what it's doing.
It's
A lot of fucking practice.
and it's been killing it.
It's been killing it.
Knocking it out of the park. Almost every time.
Almost every time.
Sometimes
Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you give up.
You give yourself blue balls.
Sometimes,
Or you're so depressed.
you thought your wife was asleep and then she knocks on the bathroom door. And you're like, all right, this is going to have to wait.
Hey, it's not your fault, hand.
Right.
This is not you.
Sometimes your wife's like, is your stomach okay? Why are you still in there? And then you're like, oh, I guess I can't finish now.
My stomach, well, my stomach's bad. My hand's all right. You're okay. You kiss it and comfort it.
Right.
Tuck it in.
Right.
Yeah. So I know that there's a whole industry out there too. Reading another article about these people, and this is another tweak on this, is like as the models and the AI gets more and more real life looking.
Yeah.
People are printing out like sex dolls that look like celebrities.
Oh,
So that they can fuck them.
Okay.
And he's like, can't stop us, which kind of creeps me out a little bit.
I mean, that is creepy.
Like using your your likeness to, and you find out it's just Brad in Delaware.
like,
it's just
like
fucking Tina Turner.
God, with like 3D printing and stuff, that's going to get so weird going forward. Where that's so crazy.
That's another angle that I do think about a little bit. Like, where's that line?
Right.
Yeah.
There's going to be like new laws popping up. That just reminded me. It's not like a sex robot, but just some article I read about with someday like test tube type babies and the way they can where they can get genes from. And I can't remember the exact science, but I remember reading this scientific article about that. In the future, if you had like one of Brad Pitt's hairs,
Right.
then you could make a fucking Brad Pitt baby. Or clone, essentially.
Yes.
You could have, or Halle Berry, whatever like that. You could make that celebrity. It's going to get so weird.
Yeah, it's just going to get crazier and crazier.
But the sex stuff, I've never liked the pocket pussy stuff, the fleshlight, just never appealed to me.
Yeah, hand works.
Hand works.
I'm with you.
And so far, the robots haven't really appealed to me because it's that uncanny valley effect situation where like the closer you get to looking human, but you're not quite human, the more fucking terrifying it is.
Like everything's perfect, but the eyes are like...
Right.
And they just don't move nice, and you're like,
Right. It's just kind of creepy.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
That ruined sex for me.
Yeah.
Just look at it and the eyes are dead, jolting around the room.
right. That's terrifying.
It's terrifying. And then snapping back here quickly to the fucking celebrities.
Yeah.
I just pictured this ranking system where you have to be a certain level of celebrity, and then people can't fuck you. So you're C-list or D-list. Then everyone can make all these different 3D prints of you.
They actually make that a law. Like
you have to reach a certain level, or else if you can't, everyone gets to fuck your face.
If you haven't been in a movie that grosses X amount, then you just get your face fucked all day long. Yeah. But if you reach this level,
and living in this reality that we're in right now, fuck yeah, dude. Let's just layer this in. I'm in for a fun ranking system of face fucking.
That is such a weird thought.
All right, let's move on to the next story for Who the What Fuck.
Okay.
This one cracks me up. It is Parrots in Wildlife Park moved after swearing at visitors. And I say that parrots, not parents, birds.
Parrots in the wildlife park. They removed them because they were swearing at people.
And they say the funniest stuff. So 5 parrots have been removed from public view at the British Wildlife Park after they started swearing at customers. The foul-mouthed birds were split up after they launched a number of different expletives at visitors and staff just days after being donated to Lincolnshire Wildlife Park in eastern England. It just went ballistic. They were all swearing. The venue's chief executive, Steve Nichols, said to CNN Travel on Tuesday, we were a little concerned about the children. So I got called a fat twat every time I walked past. Nicholas complained. And African gray parrots named Eric, Jade, Elsie, Tyson, and Billy were given to the park from 5 different owners within the same week and shared a quarantining facility together before being placed on display. But staff immediately noticed the birds shared a, propensity to fly off the handle. Yeah. Propensity to fly off the handle. Then literally within a very short period of time, started swearing at each other. Nicholas said, "Fuck off" is the most common one, he explained. It's very easy for them to learn, but the birds would utter anything you can think of. And I wish I was there. So they did eventually, the customers, the guys that would go to the park, they would yell stuff back at them. which I would.
Oh, yeah.
If you're walking in, you're like, loser, eat dick.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
"Ah, fuck you, Eric.
And then the parrots were picking that up too. I just love that the parrot called that one guy every time he walked past a fat twat. Like, how damaging to your self-esteem would it be? It's if like there's like 20, 30 employees at this place.
Yeah.
Everybody else walks by and sometimes the bird would be like, fuck off, fuck off.
Or they're like,
You know?
hi, good to see ya.
That would be the best. If the bird's like, hello, good morning, you look great. And then only when you walk by, fuck off, fat twat. You're like, God damn it, parrot, why me?
And like it launches this whole spiral of depression. But he's kicking ass. He's working on his body.
Right.
He's really fit now.
Right.
But every time he walks by, he goes, fat twat. It's like, God, I'm never good enough for this guy.
He finally loses the weight, and then like the parrots just start yelling stuff like, "Can't sweat off stupid." What? Still dumb.
Too skinny. No.
Cardio doesn't fix ugly. What? What do you say?
Fat twat. But just the visual of this all taking place kills me. I loved it. But yeah, you have to move that back. They separated them.
Right.
I'm hoping they're hoping that they will stop swearing or learning swear words from each other.
I love
and
that the
yelling at
parrots
kids.
are riling each other up, like they're teaching each other.
Yeah, it's like, check out this new word. Fuck off.
That's awesome.
And then our last one for this week's Who the What Fuck is just a amazing example of how bored everybody is in quarantine. That they will do shit like this and spend a lot of money to do it. So tickets sell out in 10 minutes for Australian's Airline scenic 7-hour flight to nowhere.
What?
Yeah, this plane is just flying around for 7 hours, like showing off. Yeah, I mean, it's showing you like some scenic stuff, right? It's going to fly over the Barrier Reef and over the coast and like that for 7 hours. You have to sit in this plane as they fly around.
It will make
And they went on to say that the passengers will have a low-level scenic view of some of Australia's most popular vacation destinations, including the Great Barrier Reef and whatever that fucking word is. There are 134 available seats on the Boeing 787 flight, which they claim low-flying scenic view.
Right.
You're not flying that fucking low in a Boeing 787.
Yeah, not in a huge plane, you're not.
No. I mean, you get a great... And again, remember, you do a scenic flight, and let's just take downtown Coeur d'Alene here. You do that, that's an hour, right?
Right.
Or maybe it's even shorter than that. That's enough.
Yeah.
Like you've seen it. That's great. 7 hours?
Wow.
I mean, that's a long flight.
Yeah, it leaves from Sydney and then returns to Sydney.
That's a lot. And they said that
How
it sold
surreal.
out in record time. They're priced between $575 to $2,765, depending on the seating class.
Man, somebody that bored to fucking just needs to go fly again.
Can you imagine? I mean, you traveled all the time.
I've flown so much. Like I've flown. I mean, I'm a million miler on like I've flown so much, and no part of me, and I don't mind flying. I don't get sick. It's like I fly pretty well. I can sleep. I can do all that stuff. I can work.
Yep.
And no part of me sees any appeal in that
at all.
None.
No. I mean, a nice smaller plane that can take me up close for beautiful views of certain things.
Yeah, maybe
that's fine. Again, I guess I'm getting so stuck on the 7 hours. That is
7
a flight.
hours.
Is that like here to New York? Like, how far is that going to get you? That's a long flight. A 3.5 hour, 4 hour flight, like that's pretty much, if you're getting one connection from going west to east, that's about like what you're looking at.
I mean, Australia's big. I mean, I guess they're just doing like a big old loop.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine like it takes off to the south or to the north, one of those, and then comes back the other direction. Just as a big ass loop.
And then I found this, which is in the same vein. Zach, you can bring it up on the screen. There's a New York-based developer new video game that takes a new twist on the concept of flight simulator by offering a realistic experience of taking a long commercial flight in the economy class.
What? Why?
It's exactly what you think it is. We'll watch a little bit of this video, but I just thought this was so funny.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. On behalf of myself and the cabin crew,
You literally are just sitting in the chair,
okay,
as if you were flying somewhere.
5 hours, 45 minutes.
This is a video game?
Yeah, it's just a simulator. And you get stuck in an airplane. But you get the idea.
Shit?
So you're just stuck in your seat, and you sit there.
Yeah.
And they do say that there are crying babies, but you're not promised a crying baby every flight. So they throw in like different things that are very common in economy class that are going to piss you off.
Is there any gameplay? Or
No, you just sit in that chair and look around. I'm guessing you can do the crossword puzzle that's on the ground. You probably flip through the dumb channels that are on that little TV in front of you.
Oh, there's a physical chair that comes with this game?
No.
Oh, you sit in your chair at
Yeah,
home.
you just sit here and do. You just watch
on the
this.
computer.
Yeah, you just take a 5-hour flight.
I don't get it.
Do I? What the fuck?
I don't get when people do that weird thing where it's like, okay, life isn't what it was before, so I'm going to try to recapture some of that by like this weird simulator. Or you can just adjust to the new normal.
Right.
Or you can just
right.
move on and be like, no, it's not a thing now, so just fucking let go of it. Like,
I get the funniness. It's a funny approach. Like it's funny to me. But it's like, God damn it. And you know someone out there loves it.
Right.
They're just sitting there and they want nothing more than just sit there and not be able to do shit in an airplane seat with a baby crying.
I just wouldn't be able to get past the fact that I know the whole time that I'm not actually on a fucking flight.
You're not going to land anywhere and do anything fun. You're not going on a fun trip to a hotel room.
Nope.
No, you're just going to unplug your computer and go right back to where you were.
Yep, exactly.
You literally wasted 5 hours of your life.
Yep.
Great. But 5 is shorter than 7. So even that simulator is shorter than the dumb scenic flight. Again, I get it. It's a fun thing to go and do. In my opinion, it's just,
I guess some people really do like the experience of flying. So I get it in that sense. They like the takeoff. They like being up in the air. To me, like flying is always just a means to, like, yeah, it truly is just like, I'm just doing this because I want to get to this place.
Right.
And this is the fastest way to do that.
Yeah. If there's a faster way,
right.
I'd take that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a fuck about flying.
Exactly. We're on the same page. So that was just some weird shit. That was Who the What Fuck.
I love it.
I know. I love it too. So if you have anything, we are opening up that, those type of submissions too. It doesn't have to be exactly somebody doing something dumb.
Yeah.
Which I think some people were like, I don't know where this fits.
Yeah.
This is that segment where that's going to fit now.
Okay.
Where it's just like, what the fuck did I just read? And that's Who the What Fuck.
I love it.
All right, let's move on. 1-star heroes.
I get no respect in real life, always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet.
Yeah.
Danny, where are you taking us today, sir?
We're going to go to the Venice Beach Boardwalk.
Let's go.
Now, I just flashed on this because when I lived down in Santa Monica, I like to go to the Venice Beach Boardwalk sometimes, but I always accepted it for what it was. I was sold on what it was before I went there for the first time. It's fucking dirty. It's crazy.
It's Halloween all the time.
It's Halloween all the time. It's like a weird flea market. I did a joke about it on one of my stand-up albums about the Mr. Magic Sticks, the guy selling like the dumb stuff. Yeah. And it's just great people watching, but it's like crazy. Like, there's tons of like weed dispensaries. There's people who are just like selling the dumbest shit imaginable in these like little like booths on the side of the sidewalk. It's insanity.
It's famous for being an insane little stretch.
It's very like counterculture. It's famous for being dirty and weird and freaky. And that's what people like about it. Is it's not like the rest of the city. It's not like Santa Monica has become more and more like posh. It's kind of like a lot of the tech people from Silicon Valley have like some of them have relocated down there.
Right.
And so it's very like more high end. And if you want to go somewhere dirty and gritty and grungy, then you're going to go to Venice Beach.
Yeah.
And I'm amazed.
You're looking for a place to get your dick sucked in a glory hole.
Venice Beach.
And
so most people get it. Has 4 out of 5 stars, 927 reviews.
Okay.
And I just love the people who don't. So we're going to start with Steve C., who just was there recently. Just very recently, October 17th. Yeah. 1 star, and I just love the drama. This guy paints such a picture of like small town conservative guy who is frightened of like. This reminds me of like an 80s movie when you take like a small town person and somehow like they get transplanted in the middle of the city, or like Tom Hanks Big. And they're just like, oh my God, what's happening?
Oh my heck.
Oh my heck. He writes, stay away. OMG. My girlfriend and I were staying by the Santa Monica Pier and we decided to walk down to see Venice Beach. Disgusting. The entire ocean walk was lined with homeless tents, with very aggressive homeless wandering senselessly around the area, mentally ill or stoned, approaching tourists wanting handouts. The place reeked of pee and pot, with pot stores prevalent along the ocean walk. Buildings, some of which were under renovations, were covered in graffiti. We left the ocean walk and went a block east to Pacific Avenue, and the same thing. What? Tents on the sidewalks. There were times I didn't even feel safe in broad daylight. Not the Venice Beach you see on TV. What are you watching? It is. It's exactly the same.
That's how I remember it.
We couldn't get back to Santa Monica quickly enough. So
man.
I just picture this guy just so afraid. And it was like, what a sad, Steve, you're a fucking sad little man. Mm-hmm. I don't even know why I added little there. You're a sad man. You should be huge.
You could be tiny.
You're fucking, you could be.
You could be real
You're
tiny.
a sad,
real tiny
scared
guy.
man. You should have your fucking man card taken away for just writing this.
And I know
I'm so scared. There's homeless people in tents. I'm so scared.
Don't talk to me.
Don't talk to me. I could not get back to the safety of Santa Monica quick enough. I smelled pee and pot, Mom. I was so scared.
They were asking for me to give them stuff. Oh, heck. Like, I know it's a different type of person.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Me too.
Like, I mean, there's certain parts where I get in too far and you find yourself in a weird part of a big city and you're like,
Sure.
I shouldn't be here.
Sure.
I do not belong in this part
Right.
of New Orleans.
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
But for the most part, I love that. I love that wackiness.
Yeah, me too.
That's why people love Venice Beach too.
Exactly. So this next person, Suzanne H. I just love... on Yelp, you can actually say shit.
Oh, okay.
You can say things, but I love that she thinks you can't, and just crap. Okay, I'll just say crap.
Okay.
And then you'll see what I mean here.
Okay.
1 star. Well, before I wrote this review, I wanted to see what everyone else said about this complete crap hole. That word is being used because swear words are frowned upon here. I do not know why this ever gets any form of high ratings. It's a complete rundown crap boardwalk. It is cool to say, yeah, we were there, or that's where they filmed that at, and literally that is it. Some businesses were open and some were closed. Okay.
That's it. That's how the world works.
That's how the world works.
It's usually normal.
Would it have made a remote difference if it was all open? Nope. It's a complete crap hole that is run down, dirty, and scummy. Oh, and before I get bashed, not my first time here. It is the same, has remained the same, and I'm sure it will be the same if I ever came here again. A complete crap hole. Do you I just love a grown-up saying crap hole that many times.
I love her, like coming back, like it's gonna turn into something she likes.
Right,
Like
right.
I'll check in 5 years.
Yeah, I'll check in 5 years.
Still a crap hole.
Still a crap hole. Do you guys like crap holes? I don't.
Don't worry, I'll be back in 5. I'll check on you, Venice Beach. I'll see if you ever get your shit together. Spoiler, they won't.
When grown-ups refuse to like say shit and they say crap instead, it always like I immediately lose so much respect for them. It's like this. You're not writing this. This isn't like in church or something. It's like people can handle shit.
They got it.
You know,
Yeah.
everything was crap and it was a crap hole. I ran into Steve and he was so scared, and I was scared too of all the crap hole crap people.
Someone scared the crap out of him.
Okay, this one that just cracked me up.
Okay.
Elizabeth G. Saw Bum pull his pants down and take a shit in the sand next to a playground, bury it like an animal. Then proceed to wash his hands in the water fountain, the same water fountain another bum washed his beard in. That's such a visual.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. When you don't get to see a fucking dude take a shit and bury it in the dirt like an animal in just any urban place.
And wherever Steve's from, he's not seeing that there either.
No, Steve would have
for sure.
Steve would have fucking peed himself and just ran away.
Oh no!
Oh no!
He's poo poo on the sand.
There's poo poo animals here. So go to the next one.
Oh god.
This one, I just like this one verbiage choice. So Dave C. from Seattle, 1 star. A dirty, filthy shite hole. Parking is terrible. Bad music, bad notions,
Easy.
bad choices, gutter culture, scum of the earth repository. Don't bother. Truly not worth the time or fuss to navigate. Who the fuck leaves bad notions in a review of a place? Dave, you are a fucking tool. What a fucking douchebag.
I pictured you got Steve, other chick,
Yeah.
and then you have Dave, and they got an Airbnb together. And they're cruising down Venice Beach, and what that posse would look like.
Oh my God. Just
You
when
have all the people.
when they make it back to Airbnb, they're all just like fucking sweaty and so scared. Dave's like, Steve, are you okay? I got very scared of all the tents and the people and the pee in the pots.
Did you see the notions?
Did you see? Oh, buddy, there's a lot of bad notions there. Did you hear all the bad music?
Oh, man.
It was scary. I know. It was a crap hole. Types in fucking what's her name?
Yeah.
I just love like somebody who write just bad notions.
Just
of a
what are you
place.
doing?
Well, who even fucking says that about any place?
It's not acceptable in any form.
No,
ever.
in any review of anything.
He probably thought it was poetic.
I know. He's
Well,
so
that came right after shite hole.
pretentious. Exactly.
And then whatever suppository.
Oh, a person who says shite hole and is from America and then says bad notions, I literally couldn't be friends with them.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think of the restaurant last night? I don't know. I just felt like the notions were a little bad. It was a little shitey. If you get the fuck out of my face, Dave. Bye, Dave.
You ruined my dinner.
You and fucking Steve Pee Poo Poo can go get fucked.
Oh, I gotta get out of here. That guy just whipped out his pee-pee. His what? His wiener. What?
Oh my God. Okay, so this next one.
Okay.
HPC, 1 star. Crowd. This is just a nonsensical. I don't even know what this person This person's interesting to me.
All right.
Crowded. Swing ghetto. What you looking at, foo? Walk along slowly. Then some ghetto-ass moms be yelling at you because their baby stroller hits the back of yo ankles. Typical ghetto bullshit. Fuck off. That is the weirdest. I'm like, who is this person?
He's the guy that gets shit in the sandbox.
That's the guy who just shit and buried it like an animal.
He just got
And he got on
yelled
Yelp.
at.
What does even swing ghetto mean?
I don't know. That sounds kind of fun.
I just love that
It's
this
like a swinger party, but it's like
Right.
intense.
I just love that he got like hit in the back of his ankles, and that must have just led to him. That is just who. I have no idea. This person's so mysterious to me.
I'm surprised he got there. Like, I'm surprised he made it to a review site.
Exactly. How does this person know how the internet works?
That's probably the biggest accomplishment that he's had in the last decade.
And he's left 749 reviews.
What else is he doing?
I don't know. I don't know what else is reviewing. Okay.
Holy shit! That's the most amount of reviews I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Ever.
Such a crazy amount of reviews.
I'm sure there's more, but personally, that's fucking
749. Brenda M, 1 star.
Okay.
I just love the way she phrases this. Armpit smell, weed, piss smell, and hobos where you go. That summarizes my visit. Oh, and poop in the bathroom will not be coming back ever again. Where's the poop supposed to be, Brenda? Poop. Where do you want your fucking poop, you idiot? The bathroom is the perfect place for poop.
It's made. It's there.
It's the place for poop.
Number 1. Top of the charts.
And who says armpit smell as opposed to BO?
I don't know. She couldn't
Who are
remember.
these people?
She couldn't remember.
She couldn't remember.
It's like VO-TO.
VOTO.
Geo. Armpit.
I'm so out of sorts after seeing that poop in the bathroom. I guess the armpit smell maybe upsets me.
I mean, she didn't clarify poop on the floor in the bathroom.
True.
Just fucking
Just poop in the bathroom.
kidding me.
You
I
kidding
went in
me?
the bathroom. Someone was pooping. Never coming back
Smelled like
again.
poop in the bathroom.
Smelled like poop and pee in the bathroom.
Okay, this next one, Jeff C.
Okay.
1 star. Homeless people, drug addicts, and filth.
Hell yeah.
How sad that a community would allow this environment to thrive in the name of profit. Your tax dollars at work, California. Bravo for extending people's misery and suffering. Jeff, you think you're smart and you're a fucking idiot.
What kind of vigilante shit is he on?
Right, exactly.
I
It's like-
know the way. This'll solve this in the weekend.
He acts like he's making this very meaningful, poignant statement, and it's gibberish. Yeah. It's like, thrive in the name of profit? I love that he thinks like homeless people in the name of profit. That it makes no sense. Right. Like some city planner's like, you know what we got to do to get more money out of fucking Venice Beach?
Yeah.
Flood it with homeless people.
Tourists are going to flock there.
Look at my charts. Look at my charts here. For every 2 people that fucking shit in the sand and then bury it like an animal, we will get $50,000. That's how money works.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. More people taking shits in the sand equals so much money.
I can see the
Corporate profit.
Venice Beach like promotional ad campaign.
Right.
Visit us. We shit in the sand. Come shit in our sand.
Come shit in our sand. And then it's just like this. That always kills me when somebody is trying to like sound like the intellectual and just reveals like that they have no like intellectual capability.
They
whatsoever.
read that somewhere one time.
Yeah, right, exactly. Your tax dollar, that's just a weird sound. Your tax dollar, he's the guy who says that like whenever.
Ever. Anything that is happening around him
that he doesn't like.
He's like,
yep.
My fucking tax dollars.
Right.
He's not doing anything to ever try to fix it.
Right, exactly.
No. Just point it out.
Somebody trips on the street. Well, your tax dollars at work.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck are you talking about,
That's
Jeff?
the great state of California.
Right. He gets the wrong meal at a restaurant. He ordered the spaghetti and he gets linguine. Yep, your tax dollars at work, California.
Look at it.
Jeff, you got to stop saying that, man.
It doesn't
The more
work
you
here.
say it, the more we realize you don't know how things work.
The more you say it, I don't even know how you're alive right now.
How did you make it into this restaurant? You're the stupidest man I've ever hung out with.
So, this is the pettiest things. Like someone like doesn't hold the door for him.
Right.
Oh, tax dollars at work, California. It's just what?
I just love like he goes to the doctor and he turns out he has like an ulcer. It's like, Jeff, oh man, you got an ulcer? Well, I'm not surprised. Your tax dollars at work, California. Fucking what? That doesn't even remotely apply to what you're talking about.
No, it's amazing.
I picture him in different places. He's not even in the right state anymore. Like he's on vacation in fucking like Montreal, Canada. He gets his fucking sandwiches like, here, tax dollars at work, California. What? Sorry? We? What?
We.
I don't know any French.
Neither do I.
Okay, this last one just it was hilarious.
Okay.
This is somebody who intentionally wrote something silly. It got me just for half a second, and then I laughed so hard.
Okay.
Dave M, 1 star. Great location, but when I got there, the sun was way too hot. I begged the lifeguard to do something about it, but he was little to no help. Malibu will be getting my business from now on.
Well
done, Dave.
That is funny. Thank you.
Sun is way too hot here. Lifeguard won't do shit about it.
Unbelievable. Tax dollars at work, California.
And that's all.
That was great. I love that 1-star heroes.
Okay, good.
Venice Beach.
Venice
Yeah,
Beach.
Keep
you
shit fucking dirty. That's
keep
why.
shit dirty and fucking gritty. That's why we love you.
All right, let's take a look. Let's turn things around with this week's Sliver of Hope.
Sliver of Hope.
I don't know if this story just caught me in the right moment when I first read it.
Okay.
I'm not sure how it's going to affect me when I go and read it again right now.
Okay.
But it made me tear up
Oh.
because it's just
Shit, okay.
so goddamn cute.
Okay.
All right, let's bring it up on the screen, Zach. Zach! Thank you.
Son of a bitch.
A fisherman has a decade-long friendship with a blind seal who follows him each day. Are you ready
That's
for
so
this?
cute.
I know. I feel like I want to...
Let's get some music.
okay, it's not...
Yeah.
This will be good. So, Nicholas Lewis first met Shauna the seal in 2010 when she was just a pup. She poked her head out of the water looking for some food. Ever since, the sociable seal has greeted Nicholas at the steps of the Peel Bay on the Isle of Man to say hello. The 41-year-old crab and lobster fisherman says he now feels like Shauna is like his own child as he sees her every day and loves her very much. Shauna will spend her afternoons following one of Nicholas's 3 boats around the bay, before enjoying 2 or 3 mackerel a day. At Dad of 4, when he was just a little pup, she'd appear and we'd always feed her, and she became so confident and comfortable around us, I don't think we'd go a single morning without her coming to say hello. She used to come up to the steps and wait for us, knowing that we'd be there in the morning. It was a bit startling at first, seeing a seal waiting for you like that, like you had an appointment. She loves seeing my boat. She's fascinated. So sadly, in the last year, Shauna has become blind in one eye and has progressively lost sight in both eyes. Nicholas noticed Shauna's left eye was suddenly turning white in late 2019, and then 6 months later, both turned fully white. He said that he has to take extra care of her, best pal in recent times, and she has become more prone to injuries, just smashing into stuff. Still 10 years on, and this pair continue to be inseparable, something Nicholas says he won't ever take for granted. For him, Shauna will always be like family. And if you watch the video, there is like some sad moments where like she just doesn't know where she's going. Like she's trying to find the boat, and they have they're clapping and they can't. Yeah. They'll show up, she's facing the wrong way, they'll throw fish in, and then she can't find them.
Oh no!
It's just,
but they're still. That's awesome that he's taking care of this blind seal.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Look at that relationship right there.
Mm-hmm. Very sweet.
Just there for each other.
But what's do you think there's something wrong with me if like halfway that story I was like, I wonder how seal tastes?
No, I think that's natural.
It's natural.
That's what I was thinking the whole time.
You were thinking it the whole time?
I was like, well,
people used to club seals, and I'm like, they would club them for their fur, but are they tasty?
I was like, great news. If you ever stranded out there and you can't catch any fish, just kill the seal. You have food for a while. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. No, that is
so
adorable.
Sweet.
That is adorable.
It's very adorable.
I do. Why is it so touching when like a wild animal endears itself to to a human or something like that? I don't know. There's just something. It's just especially cool about that.
Because I think it's just because when you strip away everything, we're just two
animals.
Creatures
on
this planet. We're just doing our best with what we got.
True.
And we take it all away, and you take away everything that like civilization has done. It's just that relationship.
Yeah.
I'm sure those relationships were fucking sweet for the most part. Like before things got crazy and everyone's scared of everything. You just don't spend time around each other anymore.
Right.
So there's just nothing. You don't relate about anything. Hardly ever.
My great grandpa used to feed birds out of his hand, like actual like random wild birds and stuff like that. And I always thought that was so cool as a kid.
Yeah,
that he had that kind of relationship with nature. Peaceful dude. Do
you ever remember reading? I'm not sure if you saw this story. There was a story about this lady. I think she was a kid, but she had crows, and she would feed them. They're crows. Fuck, they might have been ravens. God, doesn't matter. So she'd go on the back porch, and every day. They would fly away and they'd come back with different items for her, like trade, like pens and money and marbles.
That's hilarious.
And gems, and they would drop them all off, and she would feed them, and they just kept on bringing back shiny stuff.
That is fucking awesome, like a little barter thing.
Yeah, that was their trade.
That's so cool.
Yeah, just come back to her. I was so jealous of that.
Oh man, I know.
It was so fun.
I always wanted a squirrel that would ride around on my shoulder. I really did.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just like a little squirrel that would just come up and, hey, buddy. And then you just come over here and just fucking perch right there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. The fantasy doesn't really go beyond that. I don't know where our friendship goes beyond. He just sometimes hangs out on my shoulder.
I have that same fantasy with raccoons. I wish they were more fun.
Oh, man.
Little, look at you, old chubby trash panda.
I don't know why. I want a raccoon dressed up like Angus Young from AC/DC.
Why not?
Why not? Just a little fucking, like a little Australian schoolboy outfit on a raccoon.
Yay!
He's just my buddy. That's so fun.
Do the thing. He does like the guitar walk. Yeah!
Oh, that made it so much more fun. Come on, do the thing.
He's Angus. That's his name for sure.
Mm-hmm. And he does a little, I'm back. And he just fucking does his little struts. I fucking love you, raccoon.
Last note on the crow situation.
Yeah.
What if your favorite crow like took off that morning and then came back, was like a magpie, had a note, and he said $5. So Jerry, you guys send $5 back to Jerry. You're not going to get your crow back.
That's perfect. Fucking Jerry, he's everywhere.
Dude, he's gonna get us. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get us all someday. All right, let's move on to some other weird shit I found online. To you from internet.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek together as a couple. To you from internet.
This is just a silly one.
Okay.
This is a silly one that was sent our way by dummy Jacob.
Okay.
And it's just books that shouldn't exist, but they do. So we have Mike Bentz, pounded in the butt by his handsome Weirfly, Butt Trek, Highway to Heck, Scary Things to Tingle Your Lesbian Butt. And these are actual books that you can buy. The Butt Pounder of the Opera.
Okay.
Escape from the Billings Mall. Just ridiculous books. But they are all for sale. And you can go buy them, and again, we'll put the links for...
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Chuck's Living Object Tinglers, Friday the 69th, Space Raptor Butt Invasion.
Somebody's writing these.
Yeah, these are books, man. I did not read any. I read a couple experts, but they excerpts from the books, and they
all
were
written by
great.
Chuck Tingle.
Yeah, Chuck Tingle is a great author. Not pounded by anything. Like, anyway, again, you'll see these.
My macaroni and cheese is a lesbian.
You get it.
Also, she is my lawyer. He gets a lot of points for creativity.
Yeah, he does. I wonder how good they actually are, though.
I'm guessing not great.
Oh, okay, fine. But again, just hit up the description section of today's episode, and we'll have these links posted up. This next one, I know that I've seen something like this, but it has been a little while since I have, and it's along the same line of the books. But these are candles that are some of the funniest scents I've ever heard. There's Blueberry Bromance,
Canceled Vacation, Coffee Cram Session, got Cucumber Melon, which that sounds more, and then Defriend, Crushing Debt. And I thought these are great. I like Dentist Office Waiting Room.
Right. I know what that smells like too.
Me too.
That's a great scent right there. Divorce, Favors.
Fantasy Football Failure.
So yeah, those are great, huh?
Yeah, these are awesome.
Yeah. So
wait. We scroll back down. There was one I wanted to see. Helen Keller's. Come on, one more row. Helen Keller's Key Lime Pie. I thought that's what I said. That's so random.
It's so good though.
Yep.
Hermit Crab Memorial. Anyway, Impeachment. That's probably one that goes around. Karen, what's that smell like?
Karen. What does Karen smell like?
I don't know.
Mothballs?
Mothballs? Spit? Spit and hairspray? It just smells like 80s hairspray. And then I have one more, and this was crazy. This is probably the most intricate or more like one of the my favorite Halloween decorations that I've ever seen. It's in California, and it's been prompting multiple calls requesting the fire department to come and check it out because of how awesome it looks. Let's take a look here. So this will blow your mind.
Okay.
Come on, load up. What's this? Oh, we have a fucking ad. All right, I'll turn this off.
Yeah.
They tricked me because the ad isn't actually an ad. I played an ad,
right.
And then this one they embedded in the video, so I'm pissed.
Oh man,
that's all right. We can talk about more stuff. What are we gonna talk about though?
Talk about these people in this ad loving all this fucking spaghetti.
Fuck, you're making me so hungry.
This ad looks like it costs like $20 to make. What? This is the slideshow ad.
It's somebody who's like with an iPhone. Like took some pictures.
Rayo's homemade marinara.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Now we're back.
Time on their hands this year. They're going the extra mile to decorate their houses for the holiday. And
so I'm gonna just skip forward here so you can see. Look
so
at this
realistic,
shit.
I can't begin to tell you. It is
God.
surprise that you can certainly understand why passerbys would think that this home here is on fire. The family here creating a red hot Halloween show.
And watch, it gets crazier.
Oh my God!
Look at that shit. Smoke pumping throughout the entire neighborhood.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I feel like I'm at Disneyland.
Thanks, Amy.
It looks awesome. I can't believe it. It looks realistic.
It does look awesome.
Yeah. Big pirate ship out front.
Oh my God.
They began
very cool.
Pirates of
I love when people go this
that
extra
far?
mile. Yeah.
That is super cool.
Speaking of Halloween decorations, I got my giant fucking dragon stolen.
Oh, stolen, yeah. You had a rash of burglaries in your neighborhood. Weird burglaries.
Everyone's stealing inflatable stuff. It's like a 15-foot dragon. It's like a $200 thing. My kids loved it.
Yeah.
And we woke up the other morning, and Ezra goes, "Where's the dragon?" I was like, fuck. I knew exactly when he said. I was like, someone took it. And that's all they took. We had plenty of other decorations. They didn't want those. They just wanted the gigantic dragon.
Right now, I so wish I had that dragon in my yard.
Just put it up in your yard, wait for me to notice.
Just this whole time, I'm just letting you go with it, like not saying anything. Yeah. And then I actually stole it. Like your fucking kids are crying. It's like a big family thing. I'm like, it's my place. Yeah. Joke. You get it.
Give it back November 1st.
After Halloween.
I don't need this anymore.
No, that sucks,
so that was to you from internet. Just some fun stuff that I found online.
Thank you.
Now we're going to showcase what I'm sure both of us would consider the most important part of the show.
Okay.
No, it's the dummies who are supporting the show. And so let's take a look at things that have gotten sent our way through junk mail.
It's junk mail.
Are you ready to hear from some of our listeners?
I am.
What they have to say this week?
Yeah.
So our first message today, sent in by Dummy Beth. She writes, "Hi guys, love the show and thought these stories fit the theme. I managed an adult store for several years when I was younger, and I have a lot of stories involving dumb ideas and myths people believe surrounding sex and their own bodies. I usually try to help people understand their bodies and be more comfortable with the idea of sex. However, I had 3 people that left me so dumbfounded and speechless I couldn't make myself correct them. And these are amazing.
Okay.
So I had a woman tell me she douches with Listerine.
Oh my God.
Okay. As a 54 proof minty antiseptic mouthwash, she said her mother taught her how to use it.
Yikes.
And just lays on her back with her legs in the air, and her husband or friend pours it right in her vagina.
Oh boy.
She was very enthusiastic when explaining how she liked the tingly feeling. As a vagina owner myself, I was horrified and tried to gently tell her that it can cause all kinds of problems, but she wasn't having it. Probably safe to assume she's still full of Listerine today. That isn't great. That's crazy. We used to carry a product called Tight Man. This is the next one.
Okay.
It's an anal tightening gel that is supposed to create a temporary tightening sensation during anal sex. I overheard a woman telling her boyfriend that it was meant to be put along the shaft of the man's penis in order to create a tighter and younger looking penis. I have no idea what that means, but I just let her keep on believing it.
Yeah.
What kind of magic trick is that?
What does a tight dick look like?
Ooh, just
man, God, your dick is tight.
Yeah,
what?
Firm this thing up a little bit.
That's a tight ass dick you got. Tight.
It's great. Makes that probably extra smooth.
Man,
I don't know.
Nothing I hate more than a loose dick.
You kidding me? Yeah, tighten that thing up, big boy.
Oh.
The third and probably most ridiculous story is a woman that truly, unironically, believed that a pocket pussy was meant to be inserted in the vagina and then man fucked that to help prevent STDs. Why not?
Oh my God.
I have no idea how she arrived at this idea. There are diagrams literally all over the boxes, but she was set in her ways that there was no convincing her otherwise. I haven't worked in that field for years, but it still makes me laugh to think about the conversation, how absolutely convinced she was. Sorry for the long email, and thank you again for making me laugh every Wednesday. Dummy Beth.
Beth, thank you. That's like, maybe picture like the Russian dolls of like vaginas.
Right.
You just keep like, there's just a smaller and smaller vagina inside of each vagina.
Right. I sometimes do wish I worked in a sex store. I bet you that'd be
the stories.
Be so funny.
It'd be fun for like a month or two.
Right. Yeah, then you'd be like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, next piece of junk mail comes in from Dummy Carl, who writes, "Hey guys, this is not for any specific topic or segment, but one on the latest episode you guys were talking about littering after reading a story about a park returning trash to people who littered. We were talking about that. I talked about how I almost got in a fight, road rage, because they thought I threw something out.
Oh, yeah.
When a can actually hit my window. And it brought up how rude I was when people just throw stuff out of their car windows while driving. It made me want to share a story with you. This happened when I was 7. I'm now 39, and I still recount this vividly. My family was in all our family van on the way to the mall. A guy 2 cars in front of us threw an empty beer bottle out his window, and it hit our van in the windshield. Unfortunately for that guy, he stopped at a red light shortly after. My dad was driving, and when he stopped the light, well, he got out, walked up to the guy, his window was all the way down, and punched the guy in the face.
Oh my God.
Then my father, who is not a huge man, only 5'7", 160 pounds, pulled the guy out of his car through the window, threw him on the ground, mounted him, punched him 5 or 6 more times, then casually walked back to the van as the guy just laid in the road and we drove off. We went on with our day like nothing happened. I'd like to think that guy never threw stuff out his window again. Hope you enjoyed the story. Keep up the good and hilarious work. Carl Murray.
Carl, maybe I'm not supposed to love that as much as I do, but I think that's fantastic.
I think that is fair.
I wish more people got drug out of their vehicles and punched.
I
think it would be
in general.
It'd be a better society.
Right, just in general.
Yep. If people just worried more about that level of just kind of, payback.
Right.
I think they would just act very differently.
Yeah.
You'd have way less Karens.
Yeah.
If there was always a decent chance you could get, drug out of your car and fucking punched in the face several times.
Mm-hmm. And then no one got in trouble. You just got punched in the face.
Yeah. I would have loved that story even more if there was a cop nearby and he just fucking gave a thumbs up and
he came over and kicked him one time.
He held the guy down, let him get an extra shot in, get him again.
Kicked him and then threw him back in the car, and then they both drove up, high five, and then both drove down the freeway together.
Mm-hmm.
And we have one more piece of junk mail this week. This is sent in by an anonymous dummy. They write, "Good morning, oh most righteous dumb ones. Just want to share a story from a few weeks ago. I was staying at my parents' house for the weekend, and while we were all cooking dinner, I hooked up my Bluetooth to some sweet Cobra Kai soundtrack sounds. We all proceeded to partake in many tequila shots, and I stumbled in bed before passing out. Well, I wake up the next morning hungover and quite horny. I get it. And decide to pull up some Pornhub and have a little me time. I'm watching one of my go-tos, and I can't figure out why there's no sound. I know this story.
Oh, yeah.
I found this a bit odd, knowing full well that the sound was on. In my hungover and horny state, I decided that the only option was to turn the volume all the way the fuck up. It was the only reasonable conclusion in my haze. Finally, I could barely hear it. I go on about my business for about 30 minutes, several videos, and when done, I start to head down the stairs because I smelled bacon. About halfway down the stairs, I hear my videos starting to play louder and louder. I took out my phone so I could turn the video off, and reality punched me straight in the clip. The Bluetooth was still on, playing at full blast in the kitchen for the entire house to hear. I totally redefined the walk of shame that morning. And we went back and forth on some emails.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I get it. That happens like all the time.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, but like, she was watching like pegging videos.
Oh my God, hilarious.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that's next level. All your friends. For 30 minutes is a long time.
That is.
My scary story with the yard speaker, that was like maybe 30 seconds before I was like, oh shit, 30 minsts.
People really know what she likes.
She knows exactly what you're into. Everybody. Mom, dad, friends.
Yep.
And for Christmas, you just start getting strap-ons.
Oh my God. That would be hilarious. Like if the family just like started, sending her strap-ons, like, DVDs of, old fucking pegging videos.
I would send her a card every year that just said instructions on how to disconnect from a Bluetooth speaker. Just never let her get out of it. All right, well, let's wrap up this show.
All right.
You ready to get out of here, mask boy?
I'm ready.
You feeling good? You made it through?
I'm feeling okay.
Okay.
Feeling okay.
Okay, good. As always, thanks to Zach Cohen for creating some of the custom music beds for the show. Thanks to Logan and Kate at the Spicy Club, pumping out the best merch in the podcast game for all of the podcasts inside of the Bad Magic Productions family. Zach Flannery, what's up, buddy?
Meow.
Thanks for producing and directing, coming in here today, making sure we can get this done despite the COVID stuff.
Yes, thank you.
Follow us online, Instagram, Facebook, @IsWeDumb. You got the merch. We're wearing 2 shirts right now for all of our YouTube viewers. These are available right now in the store. I know we're adding more. That's badmagicmerch.com. You can also find all the stuff, our episodes and merch at iswedumb.com. Again, send in all of the segment content to dumb@iswedumb.com. Any general questions, that can go to info@iswedumb.com. Keep reviewing the show.
Yes, please, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I am confident this time we are over 1,500.
Yeah?
That number's been bouncing around. Right? I fucked it up the first time, and then I corrected it, and then after I corrected it, it was back up over 1,500.
Yay!
So keep doing that, and keep telling your friends.
Thank you. And we'll keep doing the show.
Let me blow your mind one last time.
Okay.
With the wow, neat fact.
Wow, neat fact.
This is something I learned a while ago.
Okay.
But as I venture through life, I know a lot of people don't know this at all. I don't know what it is, where you think these come from, but I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
Did you know cashews are collected from the bottom of cashew apples, which grows on the cashew tree? They're on apples, and you pick off the top, and you pick those off, and that's why they cost more. Yeah, they grow on top of apples. That's where cashews come from.
How do we have so many fucking cashews in all these stores?
That's you have to break them off. So that's why they cost more than normal nuts, because the labor is more intense.
I can't believe we have as many cashews as we do. How do we just not have like one fucking can in each store?
And how come what cashew apples must taste fucking terrible? Because I've never heard of one or ever tasted one.
My mind is blown.
Anyway,
I love cashews.
Cashews grow on cashew trees. Bye.